we're back, and we've been talking about top 10 comics of 2008, top graphic novels of 2008. The $3.99 price point seems to be something that
we can't stop talking about.
We can't stop talking about, and it's not going away. Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you right now. From here on out, I'm not talking about it anymore. Since comic fans have shown that they'll pay $3.99 for it, I'm not even bringing it up anymore.
Okay.
Pure and simple.
We'll see how long that lasts.
We'll see. Top Cow, though, I'm talking to the publisher of Top Cow this week, and they have a program where they are not going to raise their prices. In fact, they're going to have free books to give away to get people into Top Cow books. You know, so Witchblade, The Darkness, stuff like that, and they're going to try to capitalize on that. So we'll see. But this week we had Final Crisis number 6 come out, and for a series that I myself had a lot of I had high hopes for, and I really had. It was like, okay, somebody out there help me, because I know there are going to be a lot of folks who are going to read this. I know, you included. But even more than you, okay, there are some Grant Morrison devotees out there who are going to be spinning stories like you wouldn't believe, justifying this issue and the miniseries overall. Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry, issue number 6, which I just read before we started recording today, to me, almost near incomprehensible. Almost near incomprehensible. Again, a lot of great ideas in here, a lot of moments, but it did not make a story. And that's, I think, what a criticism that a lot of folks have had about Secret Invasion. It was a string of moments, character moments, and things happening, but no real story. The story, nothing moved along. It took forever to get anywhere. And I'm afraid that's even more so with Final Crisis right now. I really, really like Grant Morrison. I'll read almost anything by him. But right now, my faith in him has been sorely shaken. And I don't know how much of it is on Grant and
we talked about
Editorial, right?
We talked about Dan DiDio handing down the mandate of changing the ending to Final Crisis.
Right.
And him having to rewrite the ending. And I'm really, really wondering if this last page is a result of the mandate that he needed to rewrite it.
Well, there was that whole thing early on where Grant Morrison wanted Batman to become one of the new gods of the Fifth World. He was supposed to be like the Orion type character, right?
Mm-hmm. And then they nixed that.
I'm wondering if they're kind of bringing that back now.
Well, especially after what happens, what they talk about here with somebody entering the fifth world and beginning the Fifth World,
right?
But they've already said they're not going to do that. So, but I don't know. Either way, man, I really had high hopes for this book, and man,
I mean, a lot of great ideas are thrown in here.
But
you know, the whole thing with checkmate, and they're saying the final gambit.
Awesome. Yeah. I like that fact that they're using, but nothing. There's just moments, and nothing comes together, and if you don't know what happens in this issue by now, tough shit. But Batman bites it, but he's not really dead because they already explained in this issue what actually happened to him. So he's not really dead.
Well, when Darkseid hits him with the Omega beams, see, I've always been fuzzy.
Sanction.
The Omega, I've always been fuzzy on what the Omega beams do. Do they vaporize you, or do they transport you somewhere else, or what?
See, since Grant Morrison is writing this story with all of the Jack Kirby stuff in mind, I think that's what it is. It's that the Omega Sanction. That's what they're called, right? The Omega Sanction.
Yes, Omega Sanction.
The
death that is life. Yeah, right.
Pretty much sends you to a parallel universe,
right?
Or sends you to the past. But you're not really dead. And at the beginning of the story, I don't know if you caught this, but Sonny Sumo.
Yes, he was
someone. That's what happened to him.
Right.
That's what he got hit with the Omega Station back in the day in the Jack Kirby books, Fourth World books, and he was transported to feudal Japan. That's where he lived out his life. But this Sonny Sumo is from a parallel universe who happened to fall into something where he was brought to this time. So he lays the groundwork in the middle of the book for what's going to happen to Batman.
Right.
And that's how I think they're going to be Batman. Batman is lost somewhere in time or in another universe, being forced to live out his life over and over and over again.
Right.
And so when they're ready to pull him out of there, that's when they're going to bring him back. So he's not really dead.
Yeah, no, I don't believe
Obviously,
that he's dead for a
he's
second.
gone
I
away.
don't believe,
But I don't understand.
Just like I don't believe Steve Rogers is really dead, but you know.
But I mean, in the whole like holding like the mummified corpse, it's like, well, I don't understand how if he's transported away, like I don't ever remember it leaving a dead body behind. It just takes the person and it just moves the entire being. But I guess they needed something really like, oh my god, Superman holding Batman's body.
Right.